You know, it's just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I. No sense worrying about it now.
Why worry?
Hi, this is Beau Brunner. This is my Elevator 1 project for my Intro to Engineering class. We're going to do a quick functionality test, but first talking about the build. I reused a lot of the same components from the one-lane bridge project, just because CNC machining and aluminum are expensive, and I wanted to get as much use out of what I had made, and it actually serves really well for holding the breadboard and the servo, and gives me a lot of ways where I can hold on and move things as I'm wiring it, so it's actually quite handy. So let's dig in with functionality. Well, first let's do a parts walkthrough. As you can see, I have breadboard, push buttons all wired in, servo, and then our little Arduino guy is back here on the back of the breadboard. The first 4 push buttons in the series represent the floor buttons. So each one is a different floor, from ground floor up to the 4th floor, and the latter half of the buttons represent the elevator buttons, again going from the bottom ground floor up to the 4th floor. Okay, we'll do a quick functions test. As you can see, the servo is in our neutral or ground floor position. So if I hit either ground floor button from the floor buttons or the ground floor button in the elevator, nothing happens, as it shouldn't because we're already at the ground floor. But if I want to call it from the 2nd floor, it moves to the 2nd floor position. From the 2nd floor, if I wanted to go up to the 4th floor, moves to the 4th floor, 3rd floor, 2nd floor, back to the ground floor, and then from here I can call the elevator to whichever floor I want, and back to the ground floor. And it's worth mentioning that I did program this to where if there is inactivity for 30 seconds, then it will automatically return to the ground floor. We're not going to wait for it to do that, but I've tested it and it works. So next we will move on to the code walkthrough. Okay, let's do a quick code walkthrough. These first few lines are just a brief introduction, followed by our preamble where we import libraries and name our devices, such as the servo lift, our push buttons, we have our floor buttons, elevator buttons, and their corresponding angles. Then we're going into the setup, where we say what pins each device is on. And we have our print to serial monitor, which is quite useful. Then we get into our loop, all of our logic here. I used Microsoft Copilot to help me out with this. I had a good conversation with an AI assistant, and it helped me develop this code. It took a little while, but it worked quite well after some troubleshooting. I learned a lot, and that's it. It's not a very long code at all, and it works quite well.